5K region. Raheem Mostert is still technically on injured reserve, but there is a chance that he can come back this week against the Saints. I don't have a ton of interest there, but he'll be like 0% owned. But Gibson, although he has the shoulder injury, is shaping up to be one of the chalkiest plays here. You keep mentioning Duke Johnson. He is $5,000. That is a pretty fantastic spot for him if he garners the same amount of work that he did last week. But what would you set an over-under on his snap share in this game? Because last week they had no other alternatives once David Johnson went out. And David Johnson hasn't officially been ruled out yet. We just don't expect him to play. So let's say David Johnson is out. Now all of a sudden you have Duke Johnson, but they can promote people from the practice squad. You have CJ Procytes, could eat into his receiving work. There's just a few other names that you can now promote that could. It's like the Seattle thing, where when it was just DJ Dallas, he got 80% of the touches with everyone else hurt. Last week when you look at it, it's like, oh, they promoted Alex Collins. Oh, they have Travis Homer, and he's healthy again now. That it's just a three-way split. Like, do you worry about Duke Johnson from that regard? Because I do.
Yeah, I think that to answer your question on the over-under, I think I'd set it at 65% of the snaps, and I think that it would be pretty performance-based in-game. So if Duke Johnson is playing well, I think he could well exceed that. If he is playing poorly, I think we could see 6 to 7 touches, something like that for CJ Procyse. Maybe they get Buddy Howell in there a little bit. And the other thing is obviously is, he could play this whole game, get 15 carries and get 3 targets. But if Deshaun Watson, scores the team's lone rushing touchdown or whatever at the goal line, then you're looking at Duke Johnson as a pretty thin play at 5K. So I actually think there is a much better argument to not play Duke Johnson in tournaments as opposed to Mike Davis, even though personally I do still plan on playing a lot of Duke Johnson in tournaments.